Hey y'all, it's definitely been a minute since I've done a video at night, walking. So walk with me, y'all. Follow me as I talk about this topic. Now, my question is, where did people's patience go? Where did it go? See, there was a time where people were more patient. People were not in a hurry as much. Things were what you would call smooth and copacetic. Now you have people are rushing. People are not saying excuse me. People just standing behind people when they're trying to get by, but they're not letting themselves be known that they're trying to get by. And I see this a lot in grocery stores and at malls. It used to didn't be like that. People said excuse me or pardon me. Now you do hear it here and there, but you don't hear it as often. You hear excuse me from it's a mixture, right? People make themselves known. I would say if you're in your 30s now, 30 and up, I tend to hear people say excuse me or making themselves known. Like, there's really no entitlement that we really much, that we have, like as a whole, if you're in your 30s. But I'm not saying every person or, every person, that's in this age range bracket does this, and I'm not really saying every person does not do that. I'm saying it as like a whole, what I see often, right? So I think we can use our critical thinking skills I don't mean just every single person does this or every single person does not do that. And that's another thing. See, we used to didn't have to say that. We used to didn't have to say, I'm not talking about every single person. I'm not talking about every single guy does A, B, and C, or every single woman does A, B, and C. We used to, it was generally understood. And I would say, hit dogs holler. If you have to say, oh, not all this or not all that, I would say you might be guilty of something. You might be one of those I'm not going to say mass majority. I would say a lot of those people what they're talking about. But if you know it's not you, you don't have to say, you don't have to comment or say, oh well, not all guys does this or not all women does that. Anyhow, but there was a point of time to where we were more patient with each other. We wasn't so quick to interrupt each other. We heard each other out. And even in driving, there's a lot of people that are not patient. There's more road rage than ever. And more people are crashing out. People are just crashing out when some people don't get their way, they just crash out. They just throw a fit. And it's not even valid. The crash out is not even valid. And it's generally because they're not getting their way, then that's why they're crashing out. It's like, okay, you can't wait for 2 minutes, you can't wait for 5 or even 10 minutes. And it's like, oh, okay, you've been on this earth how many years? You've had many birthdays, you've seen many months, you've seen many years, and you're acting like you can't be patient on certain things when it's time to. From waiting to be served at a restaurant to waiting to be seated at a place. All of a sudden you can't wait. Right? And it's like many minds, many brains have been, warped into delusion. Only seeing what they want to see and only hearing what they want to hear. Now, the laws of life don't care about what you want to see and how you want to hear and what you want something to sound like. If you are not fair to others, pretty soon the laws of nature and the laws of life have its way of correcting you. You can look at it that way. I say it's a form of judgment. It's a consequence of you stepping out of line, since you're not a child anymore. So you feel that no one could tell you nothing. No one could correct you. You feel that no one can tell you what to do or tell you how to respond. Well, life has a way of correcting you, whether you like it or not. And see, people wonder why they keep suffering and things are not going according to plan. And why they feel the way they do. Well, have you thought about you haven't been kind to others, you haven't been patient with others, you haven't been understanding with others? You know, you haven't been taught the golden rules. Or you have been taught, but it really hasn't been ingrained. See, you heard these things, but you haven't obviously heard them often enough. And so by the time you get 18, then it's like, I can do, your thought process is, I can do what I want to do, and I can say what I want to say and how I want to say it. And that is further from the truth. You don't believe it? Check out the results of your life. Check out the situations of your life and start taking inventory, right? Now, not being accountable, denying, right? You can deny all you want, but your situation holds more weight than what your feelings are. You know, if your feelings don't match your current situation, then that is, you're delusional. Okay. You're thinking that you can get something out of nothing just because you feel that, oh, you exist, right? Or because you done some work with little effort, you feel that you deserve a tip and get mad when you don't receive a tip. You don't even want to do take out the groceries out the car and deliver it to a person's doorstep without you demanding for a tip. Actually, if you're in a delivery doing Lyft or some type of service, that's in your job description. And you can say it doesn't say that. Well, in a way, actually, it does. Especially if there's a specific note on how to deliver it. See, whatever happened to people's patience and people rushing things and wanting to do things half, man, half-fast. You know what I want to say. But yeah, Now, we need to take inventory of ourselves, and we have to start taking accountability, because if you don't take accountability, well, your life will reflect it, and consequences will come to collect, whether you want it to or not. It's like the IRS. It's like taxes. You don't pay your taxes, you want to ignore it and don't pay taxes at all. Well, the hounds will come for you to collect, whether you like it or not, whether you accept it or not. They will come to collect. No matter if you kicking and screaming and complaining, it doesn't matter. Now, I hope y'all enjoy this powwow night with me. And this is just something to think about. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell button. All right, y'all. Have a good one.